Patrick Alan Castillo. Second referee, Mr. Jeffrey Barrientos. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our newcomers, the GERFLOR Defenders. Team captain wears jersey number 13, Justine Dorog. At number 1, Janine Navarro. Wearing jersey number 4, Andrea Marzan. At number 12, Rania Musa. Number 17, Fenella Emnas. And number 25, Eliza Bertolano. Starting libero is number 19, Pia Sarmiento. Head coach, Mr. Edgar Baroga. Calling on our CHERY TIGGO crossovers. Team captain wears jersey number 7, Mylene Paat. At number 5, Aimee Kim Hernandez. Wearing jersey number 8, Ea Laure. At number 9, EJ Laure. Number 18, Joy Mikagande. And number 22, Pauline Marie Gaston. Starting libero is number 24, Buding Duremdes. Head coach, Mr. Aaron Velez. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board.
Here are your starters. Start a new way to watch the PVL via the and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. You see the starting lineup for GERFLOR Defenders, Barbie Marzan, Rania Musa, Lai Bertolano, amongst others. It's the usual starters para sa kanila. On the other end, for the CHERY TIGGO crossovers, it's also some usual names. Pauline Gaston is a middle blocker once more for CHERY TIGGO. That has been her transition into our invitational conference, and obviously the depth of CHERY TIGGO has changed a lot with the arrival of Ea Laure. Joy Mikagande as well is their starting setter as a rookie, and Cez Robles. She used to start in their initial game. Now she's gonna come off the bench. How about the depth of CHERY TIGGO in this conference, Noreen? I want to get your thoughts about that.
Well, you know what I like about the first few matches of this conference? You see actually the coaches try to put in different sixes in some teams. I'm not saying in all of the teams, but like with CHERY, you see a different six. Aimee Hernandez is starting today. So when you talk about depth, obviously it's there because you have the luxury of fielding in different sixes at one point.
And it's a combination of youngsters with some veterans for the CHERY TIGGO crossovers. And we have a challenge at the start of this matchup. Is this the fastest challenge that you have ever encountered?
No. The first point, I think I have. Or maybe I watched it, but yeah, I mean, it's not my first experience.
Wow. What a way to welcome us to our PVL morning. Good morning, everybody. And again, we are celebrating 4 games a day happening in the Phil Sports Arena.
No, these teams are actually checking. Are we alert this morning? Are the fans alert? Let's start with the challenge.
Pampagising lang.
Pampagising.
So it's a block touch challenge, which is usually the case here in the PVL and in other volleyball leagues.
Well, how about GERFLOR? You know, the return of Fen Emnas. That's also an interesting mix for a very young team. Then you have UAAP teams, NCAA teams, then you have this veteran in Fen Emnas. It's really an interesting mix.
I think Sam mentioned earlier that she's gone for almost 2 years, 1.5.
Yeah, 1.5.
Fen Emnas, but how about her conditioning? You think she's in good shape?
I think so. It's like nothing has changed.
Right. And the swag is still there for Fen Emnas.
No, what her fans, and I remember the Adamson fans, and even the teams that she played for before, they like seeing her second ball dump. Because she's not the tallest of setters, but she has that. She can leap and then she just dump it and she can score.
So is it easy to assume that we can expect that again in today's outing?
I would say that's a classic Fen Emnas for you.
Is it also a matter of blockers on the other end as we take a look at our block touch challenge. Speaking of blockers,
Yeah.
there's the blockers of CHERY TIGGO. So there was a hit.
There was a block touch.
What could be the issue here? Ginigising nga talaga tayo.
I was actually checking my audio. That's why I didn't actually catch that rally. And then there was a challenge. I was like surprised.
Yeah. I think everybody was still settling down.
Yeah.
And yet here we are. Our referees are still deciding here. They also have new uniform, no?
Which one?
The referees,
Yeah.
right?
Isa din naman ang tumama.
I like that.
Okay, let's wait for the verdict of the very... There's a panel discussion going on here
Let's
by
try
the screen.
to eavesdrop. We'll be back, folks.
Black touch.
Black touch. Ito,
Oo.
di ba follow nito, black nito.
Oo,
Ito,
kaya ako
bola.
hinatol. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay na, pre.
All right, so our arena announcer, Coach Mac, clarified it to us.
Okay.
So, GERFLOR was on the attack. And then, supposedly, nakita nga natin, may block touch itong CHERY TIGGO. But then the referees ruled it as a point for CHERY TIGGO when the ball sailed outside. Which means they saw a touch supposedly from GERFLOR as the ball rolled through the net.
Okay.
So parang bumalik yung bola sa GERFLOR.
But based on the challenge, what was clear that it hit a blocker's hand or Paat's hand to the side of CHERY, right?
Yes, and then it sailed outside.
So
But right now, the scoreboard reads 1-0 in favor of GERFLOR.
Tinawag kasi ng referee, tinuro niya ako kanina yung last na. Tinuro niya, nag-recover sa ilalim. Dapat hindi siya pwedeng i-challenge eh. Bakit? Ang last kasi galing sa depensa sa recover, hindi naman galing sa block eh.
Did you guys hear that? Now, Coach Kung Fu is challenging for the CHERY TIGGO side that it was supposed to be unchallengeable. Is that a word?
No, well, based on what Coach Kung Fu said, the first referee signaled last touch on the defender. So you can't challenge that. That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. Nonetheless,
Yeah, we continue.
GERFLOR gets the first point.
Finding Paat to try to score, to no avail. Nas going to the quick, and that's a point for GERFLOR again.
You know what's important for GERFLOR really is to start strong. We see they have tall players. When we covered the first game, we saw, Marzan, Navarro, these people can block. So they can use that to their advantage.
Barbie Marzan just scored for GERFLOR. She had 6 points in their opener against Creamline. Laure on the cross. Good defense by Pia Sarmiento. The drop, that works for Justin Dorog.
Oh, great start by GERFLOR, and you gotta credit also Fen M. Nas. Great ball distribution, going to the pipe, going to the wings, going to the middle.
And now it's an attack from the pipe. Unfortunately, Emnas gives us a service error for the first point of CHERY TIGGO.
Well, that's always sad to see. Well, for us, right? I mean, good start for a very young team, a team looking for their first victory. Then you commit this service errors. Can't say much. I mean, can't say enough about that.
Right. It's one thing to have many errors. It's also another thing to think about the timing of those errors.
Yeah.
Now, there is a block courtesy of GERFLOR as now we turn you over to Sam Corrales.
A new challenge already awaits the Cherry Tigggo crossovers, and today they had that challenge, and GERFLOR is up as of the moment. But you know, in their last game, Cherry Tigggo had to deal with the heat here at the venue, and today they're dealing with a new time slot. But for Pauline Gaston, that is not an issue. That's not stopping her. Even if she's right here, hyping up her teammates on the court. She put emphasis on conditioning and on nutrition and sleep, feeling it already translate on the court, taking on a new role as a middle blocker. And as for her mindset along with her teammates, it's super simple. I am ready. And that's what we saw from Cherry Tigggo's fifth set in their last game. Their starters didn't really see action, but everyone else stepped up when it mattered most. Now let's go back to enjoying this match, which you can experience better through the Filipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. It was great for her to have pointed out the rotation of Cherry Tigggo in the fifth set against Akari as Amy Hernandez scores from the middle. We saw three players come off the bench for Cherry Tigggo. Even their setter was Angela Gashon, no? Zacaranda stepped up in the fifth set.
Right.
And Maylin Paat was down because of cramps.
That's why we were talking about, you know, you liking the coaches, you know, trying to change things up even during the fifth set.
Let's see if that great mentality can pay off once again for Pauline Gaston and Cherry Tigggo. They're down by 1 point. Chance ball here for the black shirts. Puding with the save. Hernandez is denied. Good block right there.
Good read because Hernandez actually scored 2 straight points in the middle. So good adjustment made by GERFLOR in the defense. Look at that.
You know, before this game, I was able to talk to the players of GERFLOR, and they were very much aware of the height advantage of Cherry Tigggo. Right now, we're seeing some height as well from GERFLOR.
Well, you have players like Musa,
Navarro and Marzan.
yeah.
They're all together at the court right now.
Yes. And when you're looking at both these teams, actually, it looks like GERFLOR has the height advantage.
Very interesting. And they also have the score advantage right now.
Yeah.
6-3. Service by Barbie Marzan. Ea Laure. Barbie was there. Enas looks and sets to the quick. That was Rania Musa. Down the pipe for EJ. Chase for Bertolano.
Oh!
And a chance given up for Cherry Tigggo.
Still
Puding.
alive, yeah.
Join me. Combination. Tip for Ea. Nice rally. Rania Musa. Great save. Chance this time for GERFLOR. Enas. Tough setup. And the attack sailed outside.
Yeah, but that was a great rally, one of the longer ones in this match so far. We have to give it to GERFLOR. They're fighting for every point. And, you know, that looked like an overpass, but Emnas still tried to keep that ball in play. Just a sorry hitting error there in Musa's part.
What a start. This is for...
It's fun. It's a fun start. Good morning, everyone.
for serving 6. Amy Hernandez with the honors. That's in. First ball to Sarmiento. Emnas to the open. Ball deflected. Join me. The chase in the set. Ea with the tip.
Good read.
Pia setting up Navarro. There's Cherry Tigggo's defense. Mama P's turn. Was there a check? Mukhang meron.
She was sure. She was looking at her teammates. She knew she got the point. But you know, the experience Maylin Paat has. She knows if it's a check ball or not.
She's an MVP here in the PVL.
And an expat. She plays abroad.
Right? An awardee there as well.
Yeah.
Enas with the back set to Navarro. Kept alive by Cherry Tigggo. Join me to the quick. Wow, what a hit by Pauline Gaston.
What a dig. Ah!
And that's a backroom hit. And the point for Lai Bertolano.
Boy, both teams displaying great defense. That's why now, I mean, it's such a joy to watch these teams here, at least in the first side, because everyone is like ready to run for the ball.
I actually like the fact that after that Pauline hit, you were able to commend the dig of GERFLOR.
Oh, another one.
There you go. Back set this time. Navarro. Unfortunately, her attack was low.
Yeah, the set was actually low as well. And yeah, she was committed to that, so she buried that into the net.
It is 6-7. Close game, as you get to see. The credentials of Maylin Paat. MVP lang naman. Open attack here. Durandes was there. Join me. Aya. Off of the blockers and the dig as well that did not go through for Bertolano.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about that set by Joymi Kagande, it's a bit far for Aya Laure. Look at that, it's not her usual broad jump towards the net, but she still gets the point.
So we're tied at 7. I actually have a question for you about Aya, pero mamaya-maya na yan because we're nearing a technical timeout.
Right.
Mylene Paat,
So
strong serve.
you're waiting for a long answer, is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
I am. Dug up by Buding. Pauline kept alive by GERFLOR. Scramble here. Chance ball. Let's see where Johnny will go. To Aya Laure. Nice block.
Nice block, monster block there.
And what a start for GERFLOR. They are the ones who will send us to our first technical timeout. Experience a new way to feel the heart of volleyball. Watch every set, spike, dig and block on any device, anytime, anywhere via Pilipinas Live. Download the app now and subscribe for only 99 pesos per month. And now, Noreen, we're actually graced with the presence of the high school students of Justin Dorog because she's a coach now. She's a head coach of a high school at ayan ang kanyang mga manlalaro sa gilid.
You know the school?
It is named MGC High School. Have you heard of that school?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm senior moment, I'm forgetting what it actually stands for. But yeah, I have.
All right, now let's go back to GERFLOR against CHERY TIGGO, and what a start this is for the defenders.
That's what you like to see, you know. Again, even if you're a new team, you have a goal. We always say you have goals for the team, and you just want them to play well, play their game, and so far, so good.
Attack points. Now it's 4-3 in favor of Aya Laure and CHERY TIGGO.
Well, just a one-point game right now, and who would have thought that GERFLOR is the one leading? Again, we talked about a great start.
Now, I was going to ask you a question about Aya.
Okay.
What makes her different from all the other talented spikers that we have in the Philippines?
You know, for me, you know, I'm thinking about it. What I like is, like what we said in the pre-game, she's a player that has multifaceted game. She has great defense. We saw that in UAP. She defends well, she dives for the ball, she can serve, she can spike. So it's not just her, Aya Laure, the spiker. For me, it's Aya Laure, the all-around player. And that's what, for me, makes her special. And, you know, for her fans, USD fans, CHERY fans, they're just so excited to see her improve, right? To see her get better still, because there's always room for improvement.
And again, she's just a rookie.
Exactly. A rookie that can score 19 points in one outing, but that was 5 sets.
She also had 3 blocks in the previous game. Pauline Gaston is now at the service line. She's not a rookie anymore.
Yeah.
But is this her first time as a middle blocker in the PVL?
We would see that from time to time, I think, in last conference, you know, the change. But now it's like full-time middle blocker.
Oh, nice slide attack for Aimee Hernandez.
Well, she has been active, going for the slide, going for the middle, and why not? Kagande can go to her.
Aimee scored 6 points in their previous outing against Akari. We go back with Pauline. Service is in, straight to Navarro. Tough hit by Bertolano. Join me. The setup to EJ down the line.
That's just playing it smart. Again, that was like an out-of-system play. But Laure, having experience, just sees that opening in zone 1.
Just a placement for
Yeah.
EJ Laure.
Just enough top spin to get it to clip the line.
EJ is the 3rd leading scorer in the season for Cherry, behind Mylene Paat and, of course, her younger sister, Ea. First ball to Bertolano. She gets it back. Nice block by Cherry Tigggo. A chance for them. Join me. Pipe. Ea with a point.
That's a perfectly executed play, we have to say, stemmed from a perfect pass by EJ Laure. And then Ea Laure gets the point from the back.
That will force GERFLOR to call for time, because now they're down by 2 points.
Nilalagay lang nila yung bola. Hindi pa sila umuupak. Lagay-lagay lang sila. Tinitest pa lang nila tayo. Huwag kang magmadali. Hindi na madali mo eh. Okay. Pagka nagkaroon tayo ng pagkakataon, ibigay mo lang doon, cover ninyo. Ingatan natin, ha? Go, go, go.
We go back to our action. The score reads 12-10 in favor of the Cherry Tigggo crossovers. How have they turned things around here in the first set?
What I like is it's such a young bunch with, of course, Mylene Paat, right? When you look at the lineup, Laure.
May exception eh, no?
May exception. But it looks like they're enjoying themselves. You know, they were down, a better start for GERFLOR, but now it's like they've picked up, and look at that, 2-point game.
As we get to see this attack sailing outside for Barbie Marzan. I was able to talk to the youngsters of Cherry Tigggo before this game, and they really had high regards to their veterans na yan, sina Mylene Paat, because
They better.
yeah, and it's really because of their good attitude in terms of listening to the youngsters as well.
And teaching,
Yes.
for sure.
And teaching requires listening.
Yeah.
Mylene puts the ball up. That's EJ Laure. Emnas open. Wow, what a strong hit. And the dig as well from Gaston. Tip for Mylene. No more save for GERFLOR.
Well, I was looking at Mylene Paat's reaction, really. She knew that it could have gone either way, but yeah, she was able to get it in. Good effort, though, by Marzan to try to kick that ball.
The floor defense, by the way, has been impressive
Yeah.
on both sides. 14-10. Pauline. On to Justin Dorog. Emnas combination. And Bertolano breaks down the wall.
Well, now you see they have been successful with that combination play, talking about GERFLOR. So why not go to that? But again, it will stem with good passing.
Now, because this is their second game, did you see these types of plays in their first matchup?
A little bit, yeah. You see it here and there, but you know, if you can establish that as your advantage, then you have to use it a little bit more.
Well, they did have 2 weeks of break to work on these plays. Unfortunately, Aimee Hernandez had a quick answer for Cherry Tigggo.
It's a pretty good set for Aimee Hernandez. You know, I think that's her 4th or 5th point already, and she hasn't been active in the blocking department yet.
But still, attacking has worked for
Yeah.
her. 4 points para kay Aimee. Nice serve, misreceived.
Well, Cherry stepping on the gas here.
Just like that, it's a 5-point lead for Cherry Tigggo. Bingo Plus, the first live streaming bingo in the Philippines. Right now, we are coming to you live from the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig City, where Cherry Tigggo is slowly but surely now getting their groove in the first set.
We did say that they looked more comfortable in the middle part here, heading towards a second technical timeout.
Well, let's see if they can sustain this, or if GERFLOR will have an answer for us. They had the better start in this matchup.
You were asking about the depth of the bench of Cherry. I was looking at the bench right now. So you have Carandang, you still have Robles. So these are established names as well. Robles also a rookie.
They were basically the finishers against Akari. He just had to add Ange Legacion, who's a former best setter in the PVL.
And we have to mention Rosel Baliton. Through the years, because we've covered a lot of games, even when she was in UE, she was converted to a setter. When she came to the pros, for me, she's a very underrated player, Rosel Baliton. She helped Cherry in their campaign, although they didn't go far, meaning they didn't actually win. But, people were just surprised, oh, Cherry's been winning. She's one factor. I would just say.
And as a former reporter of UE, I would really agree to that.
Correct.
He's come a long way. And I hate to say this, especially for the Creamline fans, but remember the spoiler game of Cherry versus Creamline? She had multiple blocks in that matchup.
Huge blocks, I remember.
But she has transitioned as an opposite spiker now for Cherry Tigggo. Let's see if she will be able to play later on. Emnas with a setup. That's Ethan Arce. Great chase. Wow. Unfortunately, that's outside for Mylene Paat.
I'm looking at Coach Kung Fu, look at them. It's like, Paat, we respect you, but you should have given it to Buding Duremdes. That's her forte, right? That's her forte.
Well, it's good for Cherry Tigggo that they still have this advantage. 17-13. Ethan Arce now at the service line. First appearance in this matchup. Malamig pa.
Yeah, we saw the toss was pretty low for her comfort.
Did you cover her in UAAP, Ethan?
I'm not sure. Did I even cover a UP game? I'm not even sure.
Well, let's move on from that
Move on. too many games I actually don't remember.
18-13. Amy with the serve. That's Navarro with the attack, and it's a point for Janine.
This is when, for me, GERFLOR, you have to pinpoint and see. Okay, in this rotation, you have the advantage. Navarro's in front, and so on and so forth. Then that's where you can actually design your plays based on your advantage in a certain rotation.
Navarro is now serving for GERFLOR, down by 4 in set number 1. Receiver EJ, not the best of receives there, but it still works out for Joy Migagande and Pauline Gaston.
Yeah, just a smart tip there. We saw she just pushed it with force. And that has been the weakness. The drop balls actually at the center, talking about GERFLOR.
And now, that's the girl that we have been talking about, Rosel Baliton, and Ange Legacion will check in as well for Cherry Tigggo.
Well, she's lost a lot of weight. Talking about, I'm looking at Baliton, she's right in front of me.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
But do you think that was vital, especially with her now transitioning as an opposite?
I wouldn't say. For me, players are comfortable playing at a certain weight. Sometimes, yes, it affects if you lose weight, especially if you're on the heavy side. But normally, you're set. Like, you're comfortable with a certain playing weight. They say it. They call it the playing weight.
So, kung
Can we
saan
not
ka
talk about
komportable, we'll
weight?
be happy for you. Yeah, we'll move on now.
Let's not talk about weight.
Ivy Perez is also now in. Tough dig by Legacion, who really had to ask Duremdes to set that ball up. Ivy open this time. Justin Dorog. Ange was there. Buding, Baliton from the opposite. That's sent back. Tough save for Cherry Tigggo. Rosel with the tip this time.
Another good rally.
Ooh, the former Chocomucho Flying Tantan. That is Shannon Palek with a point.
Well, through the years, we've seen Palek to be like a spark plug coming off the bench in her past team. That could be the case here.
And she really acts as a smart thug, especially after seeing her celebration.
Yeah.
Good vibes across the floor.
But always, I mean, she's known to, be a player with good vibes.
19 to 15. Aya, tough attack there. Tough ball as well. The push by Bertolano. Kept alive by EJ. Back set. Aya.
Ooh,
She okay?
looks like she's,
Bit hobbled right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Marcel Baliton. Ivy, set up, pipe. Justin, point.
Well, finally a kill for Dorog there. And again, and that's a perfect example. Persistence will pay off.
And for the students, the players of Coach Justin Dorog, I'm sure they're learning a lot seeing their coach on the floor. That's a different experience as well, no?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
now, if you're Justin Dorog, you have to lead by example. And literally at that.
She is the captain.
Aya Laure, now she's looking better. Perez with a chase. Bertolano. Kept alive by CHERY TIGGO. 1-2 for Jeremy Cagande.
Again, at the center of GERFLOR's defense, they have to make the adjustments. They have to realize how many points has CHERY scored. And that center there, they have to make the adjustments defensively.
Nice read by Joymi. You mentioned the 1-2. That is a specialty of Fen Emnas, right?
Yes.
So now it's
But
a
it has to be
counter.
near the net. It's more, she likes to dump it than send
si
it.
Fen.
Si Fen
That's
Emnas.
Fen.
Yeah.
Service was outside for CHERY TIGGO. It's still anybody's set. It's only a 3-point game. Ces Robles now checks in for Aya Laure. Robles finished that game versus Akari. She had to replace Mylene Paat, who went down because of cramps in the 4th set. She was actually supposed to replace Aya Laure to finish that matchup.
I'm checking out Aya Laure because you did say she was favoring her leg or something. She looks fine.
That's a good sign. Another good sign here for CHERY TIGGO as they get another attack point.
Well, the middles have been very, very active and effective for CHERY.
Good for Pauline Gaston, who has transitioned into that position. For Aimee Hernandez as well, who is the leading scorer of CHERY with 5 points.
And it was, it was talked about Pauline Gaston, and she's not the tallest of middle blockers, but she makes up for it in quickness and speed, and we can see it.
Right. Now it's Mylene Paat without the best of power, but a smart hit from her.
And let's ask, where did she put it? At the center.
Now we have a timeout.
Ang pinagplanuhan natin, game plan natin. Bakit hindi tayo pumupunta sa pattern natin? Kaya kita ipinalit dyan dahil wala yun sa posisyon niya eh. So alam mo dapat pagbalik mo dyan. Pattern lang. Kita kung nasa pattern kayo huli lahat, pati drop ball nila. Pumunta kayo sa pattern, wala na magiging problema.
Hey, nice go, bawi tayo.
Stick kayo doon.
Let's go. Go lang, go lang. Go lang tayo.
Yung plano natin sa inyo ginagawa.
It's the defensive pattern that was talked about by Coach Edgar Baroga, and for sure, that middle hole for them has really been an issue.
Yeah, because you get scored on once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That's too much. You really have to, tell somebody you're in charge of this spot.
Let's see if GERFLOR can improve its defense. They're down by 5, 22, serving 17.
Gaston has been serving well.
Perez, the off speed from Bertolano did not work, and now it's Aimee who scores again.
A pretty good first set for Aimee Hernandez. That should actually boost her confidence because now she's feeling so comfortable there, right?
And she's tied her previous game output of 6 points.
We're just in the first set.
She had to play 4 sets to reach 6 points against Akari.
Good serve.
Perez, and the blockers were there. Unfortunately, Bertolano broke them down.
Yeah, actually a blocker. That was Cagande. And you see that as an advantage for GERFLOR. Cagande not the tallest of setters. So the wing hitters can actually try to target her. Although she's a decent blocker, we have to say.
So she just makes it up with her jumping
Yeah,
and timing, no?
timing.
It's great for her to be back on the court as well. She was sidelined because of an injury, no? In
Her
the
first
UAAP.
year. Her first year.
Was it a knee injury?
ACL.
ACL. As he got to see an attack error from EJ Laure.
Yeah, I mean, during waiting for the serve, that was a year wherein people were talking about NU and Cagande, and then she had the ACL.
That was the influx of rookies, no? EJ, tough hit on the cross.
And I look at Coach Aaron. He's looking, just smiling. It's like EJ just pushed it over.
Nice direction there. Very sharp.
Whatever works, we always say.
5 set points for CHERY TIGGO. Join me. There's Emnas on the other end. Nice block. Aimee is really looking good.
She's making a case to be the player of the game for today.
That's the first block in this ball game for Aimee Hernandez. Block point at that. First set belonging to CHERY TIGGO, 25-19. New streaming experiences also await via the Filipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Right now, we have your matchup between GERFLOR and CHERY TIGGO after a strong start by the defenders. The crossovers had a monstrous comeback, and they were led by Aimee Hernandez with 6 points in our opening frame.
Yeah, what I saw there in the first set really was, you did mention it, a very strong start by GERFLOR, great rallies. But what you appreciate more from CHERY and Coach Aaron Velas is the in-game adjustments. He really had a game plan. He stuck to the young guns. You can see Aimee Hernandez and the Laures. He stuck to the young guns and used speed, like Gaston as well. A lot of the middle, so that's what they did. They stepped on the gas and they outplayed GERFLOR. Let's look at the numbers. They out-attacked them 18-11. Blocking was GERFLOR's. We mentioned that could be an advantage. Aces by 1. Opponents' errors for both teams. That's why we enjoyed the first set so much, especially in the start. Was not much errors. It's really legitimate kills.
Right.
Good defense. So it was a very, very entertaining first set.
We did see a lot of strong hits and great digs from our two teams. In the blocking category, ironically, As opposed to the expectations of everybody, GERFLOR seems to have the height advantage. But we do see that one block for CHERY TIGGO. Let's clear that up. The last point in set number 1 was a block point for Mylene Paat and
No, it
not
wasn't.
Jaime Hernandez, because they were the two who jumped high for that block.
All right.
And so we begin the second set with Zakarandang now starting for CHERY TIGGO. And also, it's Chamberlain Cunada for CHERY. She did not see action in the previous game versus Akai. So
Yep.
this is a wonderful opportunity
That's
for her.
what we meant by the coaches are actually changing up the sixes. It's actually very clear for CHERY. Not much for GERFLOR. Oh no, they're using Arce. See, they're changing the
Yeah.
starters.
Arce came in middle of the first set. Tough setup right there for Ivy Perez and it sailed outside.
Yeah, it was an overpass and she was trying to actually elude the net.
So as opposed to the first set, CHERY TIGGO is off to a good start here in set number 2. Joymi Cagande is at the service line. She actually is number 8 in the serving category for the whole league, but it's still very early, of course. Just had to be technical on that one. 3 aces so far coming into this matchup for Joymi. Pushed by Navarro, no more save for Cunada.
That's when, you know, that particular infraction, or not actually error of Pat, is a perfect example is when a coach would say, trust your coverage. If you're the blockers, stop trying to keep the ball in play with those one-handers.
Tough serve there from Bertolano. Put up by CHERY TIGGO. Strong hit, but no recovery for the crossovers.
Justin Dorog, we have to remember she did play libero years back in her career, and look at that.
Just right on point in terms of direction for that volleyball. Lai Bertolano, also a former UP Fighting Maroon. Jump serve. A la Tots Carlos, no? Push here for EJ. Oh, she hit the net. And now, let's go to another former UP student in Sam Corrales for a report. Sam, go ahead.
And you as well, Migs. Well, you know what? We were talking about the different sixes that are coming in, and I want to share that team captain Justin Dorog told me that Coach Ed told them that they're still trying to find that first six, lalong-lalo na sa debut nila in their first game. But they used the break wisely, and as much as they can, they were really competitive in training. Yan ang sabi ni Joss. Now, she said that the eagerness is there, and they're out here to prove that they deserve that spot kung sino man ang mapasok sa loob ng court. Sabi nga niya, CHERY TIGGO may be the stronger team individually, but that doesn't matter. Bilog ang bola, and like what we saw in the first set, could this be a chance for GERFLOR to come back? Now, you can go back to watching this match on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. Back to you, Migs and Noreen.
If you think about it, everything that Sam said is very much aligned in terms of competition, in terms of finding out the first six. Noreen, break it down for us in terms of the motivation of the players in the training sessions, especially when the lineup is not final yet as to their starters.
You know, for every player, let's just not mention PVL, even in the collegiate, you know, when you join a team, you have certain vision, a vision for yourself as a player, and that vision should actually motivate you to do what you're supposed to do or to get better, right? So for me, it's the player that can actually do that correctly or better will come out as the stars. Perfect example, Tots Carlos from UP to Creamline. Right? What motivation did she get that now she's a totally different player from UP?
Such a big jump that was.
Exactly. And people were saying, for me, people are saying, oh, Creamline gets the good players. For me, they train the players to be good. They deserve the good players because they train them.
That's right. Good point. GERFLOR now up by 1. Let's see if they can change the narrative here in set number 2. Tough save by Karandang. Push by EJ. Ball up by Ivy. Bertolano to Dorog. Scramble for CHERY TIGGO, but they keep the ball alive. Chance for GERFLOR. Ivy, ooh, miscue. Now a chance for CHERY, but that wasn't the best of hits and setups as well.
Well, she tried to go for that. I mean, it was a set that was far for her, and she tried to keep the ball in play, but yeah, she was hitting error there.
Everybody was all over the floor
Yeah.
in the previous sequence.
So again, a good start. I mean, very entertaining second set for us.
You have to love the effort by our players. It's been like that since the beginning. 5 serving 3, Ethan Arce.
Good serve.
Karandang's attack, checked well by GERFLOR. Doro cross, Buding was there. Kagande, open, Cunyada, that meets the line.
Well, it's not the most solid of hits, but it clips the line, and she gets the point there.
And imagine the motivation as well for Cunyada in this matchup to step up for CHERY TIGGO. This might be her shining moment.
Yeah. I mean, for those who don't know her, I mean, this is a perfect set to actually get to know the way she plays.
Right. 4 serving 5, Karandang to Bertolano. Ivy. That was Dorog with the attack. Kagande, open. Back to Cunyada. I was there, but a tough save. Bit low for Justin Dorog. That did not go through. Now Ivy Perez is asking for a challenge.
We always say that because chances are if it's pretty near the tape of the net, a hand will be at that. But from our vantage point, it looked like she scooped it to the net. So we'll see. That's why the challenge is there.
So this will be the second challenge of this wonderful morning of PVL action.
Wonderful rainy morning.
Yes. Again, the first challenge happened in the first sequence of this
The
matchup.
first ever point of this match.
But that was also by GERFLOR, no? And it was successful. Let's see kung magiging tawag dito ng ating referees.
But it's also interesting to see, you know, GERFLOR, you have two different centers, different styles of play. Yeah.
There was a touch.
We always say chances are if it's near the tape, it will hit the blockers.
And Ivy Perez really knew it. If you saw her face when she was asking for that challenge,
Yeah, she was
really
the one, no?
convinced. Oh.
She was the one.
Now we continue. Oh, it was actually a dead ball. That's why CHERY had to serve. Unfortunately, it was a service error.
Because it was playable. That ball was
Yes.
still playable when the referee called that it did not cross the net. Since it crossed, it's a dead ball.
And good recognition and adjustment as well from the GERFLOR players who had to run to their positions. Chance for them here. Justin Dorog.
Oh.
Deflected, sent back. Ivy this time on the slide. Tough run right there for Rania Musa. Regalo kept alive by EJ. Cunyada met by the blockers.
Good save!
Well, your reaction basically.
No, I mean, you have to give it. I mean, what effort by especially Ivy Perez to reach for that and keep the ball in play. But yeah, wasted opportunity. They didn't get it over. Look at this. Reach!
That was so hard. You can see the body language of Rania Musa. Just turning around and turning around, looking for that volleyball. 5-6, Mylene with a serve. Ivy, slide. This time it's Dorog. Musa will send that ball to the outside.
Yeah, we did see that. She was directly beneath that ball. Lost the court.
Not the best of attacks from Rania Musa. That was definitely out of the woods. And she knew it. Funny reaction from Rania. But you have to love her enjoying this opportunity to play in the PVL.
Yeah.
Outside. Service error for Mylene.
Like, yeah, that's why, like, for us, we're so excited if there's a new team because they bring in some new faces, but some old faces that we've covered through the years, and you're just excited for them. It could be a rebirth of sorts.
Right? There's a different type of energy from these new teams.
Yeah.
Ivy Perez, Bertolano, tough swipe. Nice. There was a lot of force in that swipe, no? First technical timeout of set number 2. Come and watch the best basketball players in the globe and cheer them on live inside the venues. The FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 single game pass is now available for as low as 499 pesos. Get your tickets at SM Tickets, Ticketnet, or Philippines-ticketing.worldcup.basketball. So there you go. So from the VNL, International Basketball naman po tayo.
Interesting year. I mean, exciting year for sports in general.
And an exciting game as well between GERFLOR and CHERY TIGGO. But the question is, can the defenders sustain this? CHERY TIGGO did give us a comeback in the first set. Tough sequence there for Bertolano and company. No more save.
That's what Pauline Gaston did, just looking at the defense, changing things up. This time trying to target the back row, and you can see Dorog tried to use a one hand, but
how about the reaction as well from Pauline? Very animated as always.
As always.
Cha Cunyada is now serving.
Ooh, good serve.
Straight to the libero. That was Julia Angeles. Push here from EJ. Ivy, her turn to attack. Sent over. Kagande tried to score to no avail. And here's Lai Bertolano. Cherry will go to EJ.
Good dig.
That was by Angeles again. Bertolano, tip. Nice rally. Kagande. Mama P. Yes, ma'am.
Kailin passing. What rally? I want to end it here.
Especially with her fiance watching at the sideline. Why not?
She's inspired.
Yes. That's Mylene Paat pointing at the line after scoring that point.
Yeah, there you go.
There is Sergi Reginov, the fiance of Mylene Paat, which apparently, or who apparently she met in Thailand.
Oh.
Kaya pala inspired din doon si Mylene.
And she came home a winner, not just in volleyball, in her personal life.
Right. Now, on the previous sequence, the winner was Lai Bertolano. Strong hit down the line.
Well, we did talk about her in the pregame, and she had 5 points in her first outing. A lot of people expecting her to build on that 5 points.
Well, in this game, Bertolano has 8 points already.
Oh.
So that's her new career high.
Yep.
In the PVL. And a long way to go.
Just her
Lai.
second game.
9-all our score in the second set. Pauline Gaston, he did mention she served well in the first set. Was that a good serve?
Just right.
Kagande,
Not great.
but still okay.
Not great.
Bertolano, great net defense. Lai again. Ethan Arce was really shouting her name for the attack.
Well, I'm sure Arce was so used to doing that in UP.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember her freshman year. She was like number 5 or number 4 in scoring. The entire UAP. They are talking about Eliza Bertolano.
10 serving 9. Pauline back at it. Lai with the receive. And Arce with the point. Now, you did talk about the reception as well of Bertolano in the pregame.
Yeah, 47 point something efficiency. And I remember Creamline was actually targeting Eliza Bertolano with those serves, but she held her own. 47% efficiency, that's pretty good.
And that great reception led to a point, and now the service for Ivy Perez. 10-all in set number 2. First ball to EJ. Here's the slide from Karandang. Dorog was there. Tough set for Ivy. Kept alive by Cherry Tigggo. EJ, hole at the back.
She delayed it pretty much. Now we saw the delay, and then she just put enough top spin to target the back. Look at this. That delay and then that top spin.
Now, EJ Laure did not start in their first game. That was against Creamline, but she did against Akari. Do you think she's going to be a staple now in the starting lineup?
For me, it really depends on the coach because he's been experimenting with his lineup.
Wow, that was another hole. This time in the middle of the defense of GERFLOR. That was their issue in the previous set.
Yes, that center there. And Coach Baroga was just disgusted with that because it was supposed to be a free ball, right? I mean, it was opportunity for GERFLOR.
We go back with Joymi. 7 excellent sets for the starting setter of Cherry Tigggo. Navarro back in the game. Quick this time. Sarmiento on the dig. Chase for Ivy. Navarro. That was sent back. Dorog from the back. Saved by Joymi. Buding. Mylene. Battle at the net. EJ. That goes back to Cherry Tigggo. What a save by Sarmiento. Navarro. What a rally. Joymi Cagande. Mylene Paat. Justin Dorog on the dig. And here's Lai Bertolano. No more save for GERFLOR.
Well, we talked about the sisters having both offense and defense, and that's good blocking on the side of the older sister. But what a rally.
Yes.
I mean,
boy, what a save that was. That's a matrix move from Via Sarmiento. Unfortunately, they did not get the point.
yeah, one-on-one. And EJ Laure gets that stuff block.
3-point lead now for Joymi Cagande and Cherry Tigggo. First ball, Dorog. Ivy, Bertolano with a tip. Chance here for Quezon City GERFLOR. Bertolano, yes!
Was that her 9th point? 9th or 10th?
Ninth point.
Yeah.
By the way, Norin's doing this without a código, folks. You're really counting well.
No, I mean, because of you said it. I didn't just pop in my head. And I just remember a bit of numbers.
I'm still impressed. 11-13. Cagande saving that ball as it almost went to the net. Unfortunately, they could not score. Now Joymi will be taken out. Veteran setter Ange Legacion will return. She was the one who finished that game versus Akari.
And you would see, I mean, more often than not, some coaches will replace the spiker, but no, at this point, saying, okay, Karandang, we know what you can do. Let's change the setter.
Well, I did ask the youngsters of Cherry Tigggo. I believe it was Ces Robles, no, who I asked, to differentiate the two setters.
Okay.
And then she said, pareho lang naman yung bigay nila. It's just, of course, the veteran leadership of Ange Legacion that sets her apart from Joymi.
Makes sense.
The experience, obviously, for Ange. Attack here from Navarro. Chased by Buding. Push by Paat. Ivy to Dorog. Nice block. Easily read well by Cherry Tigggo.
I mean, you said it correctly. They read it because they covered the cross. And that was where Dorog was headed.
So that's Mylene Paat with her second block in this ball game. She is now up to 6 points to tie Aimee Hernandez as the leading scorer of Cherry Tigggo.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
EJ with a sharp serve. Combination. Put up by CHERY TIGGO. Paat with a right-handed push. Tough fall there. It's good that she's okay. Now, she got the block. Battle at the net. Tight one. Paat giving up the chance ball. Sarmiento onto Navarro. That was low. And Coach Edgar Baroga will be challenging a foot fault.
Which one?
Yeah, because it was a long rally.
It has to be the last one, of course, because you cannot actually stop the rally and challenge.
So you can't challenge something that happened in the middle if the rally's over.
That's what I'm listening to the second referee asking which one. So I don't know. Probably
I
can't.
like that you had the same question with the second referee.
But normally, what I know is when it's an ongoing rally, you have to stop the rally and challenge there.
That's why the challenge is denied. It makes sense. And so, CHERY TIGGO is looking good here in set number 2, sending us to the second technical timeout. Let's talk about some youngsters here in the PVL. There you see Alyssa Bertolano with her career high 9 points now for GERFLOR. 2 games walang naman para kay Lai. Long way to go for her, but on the other end, another player has been playing very well. That's Amy Hernandez. Now she's tied as the leading scorer of CHERY TIGGO with Mylene Paat.
But she is in the bench right now, so it doesn't count because she's not playing. So 6 points in the first set alone. And Hernandez, boy, her efficiency, 66.67%.
But as you mentioned, she is on the bench. It's Zakarandang who's now getting some action as a middle blocker for CHERY TIGGO. We did talk about their depth. We haven't even seen Jen Yerva, right? It's been all Buding in this matchup. Just like what happened in the first game of CHERY TIGGO against Creamline, because against Akari, nagpapalitan yung dalawang yan. Ivy Perez to Aguilar, that's Rap.
Yeah, and actually even Robles sparingly used here.
In the first set, sandalian lang, no? Para kay Ses. Ivy to their ultimate veteran, Rap. Hit that ball.
Still trying to get the feel for her offense. We saw the follow through, not yet the normal Rap Aguilar.
She's been around the PVL, no?
She has been.
Former Signal HD spiker. But what matters the most is that we have her back in the league.
And finding a new home with GERFLOR.
Sarmiento on the first ball. That's Ethan Arce from the middle. Legacion, back set. Mylene, push. Put up by Navarro. Aguilar, another push. From the back this time, it's EJ Loudon.
A different setter. The same result. They get the point there. Great ball distribution by Legacion.
Now, as you get to see EJ Laures' 6th point, we haven't seen Aya for a while as well.
Yeah.
And as we head into this timeout, we can only wonder if Aya's okay in terms of that injury. So we'll watch out for that.
Lahat ng mga lugar na kung saan tayo pwedeng bumagsak sa kanila. Ngayon, palo kayo ng palo. Alanganin kayo, palo pa rin kayo ng palo. Di ba may mga target tayo na dapat yung lagyan dyan? Gawin ninyo yun. Out of line na kayo eh. Wala na kayong pwesto. Ano gagawin ninyo? Diskarte kayo. Huwag puro palo.
Let's go, let's go, let's
Yan
go.
ang usapan natin, di ba?
Let's go, girls! GERFLOR!
So Noreen, the trend continues for GERFLOR. Good start, but turn around again for CHERY TIGGO.
Well, again, same script, just different
Different set.
of actors. Now, in this case, the athletes we saw. I mean, we're watching a different six, but still, again, I think good coaching also on the part of Coach Velez, changing the setter, and that's when they're pulling away here. Talking about CHERY.
Now it's Ange Legacion setting things up for EJ Laure. Aguilar on the approach. Nice block. Absolutely denied his wrap.
Yeah. Well, Paat and Karandang teaming up for that.
That's Paat.
Yeah, that was Paat.
Third kill block now for Mylene Paat. It's 3 blocks out of the 7 points for Mylene.
But remember the invitational conference, I think she's blocked all of the foreign guest players during that conference. So there's nothing new.
Wasn't that the conference after her Thailand stint?
Yes.
You think nasanay siya dun?
Oh, unfazed by the foreign guest players.
And I hate to bring this up, but I have to. Sergi Reginov, the fiance of Mylene, is also a national team player, right? I wonder if they also train together.
No, I don't think so.
You
Women
don't
and
think so?
men's, no, they don't train.
Hindi nangyayari yun.
No.
Service error here for GERFLOR.
Well, that's not going to help their cause. You're the one chasing, we always say.
It's one thing to have multiple errors, but the timing as well, it's hurting GERFLOR right now. We're seeing Jacel De Los Reyes for the first time in this matchup. Coach Aaron is really shuffling his players. Karandang on the serve, Bertolano received. She wasn't too happy about it, but still, it works out for Rania Musa.
Is that her first kill of the match?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a bomb there.
Beautiful setup. Let's see if they can be more consistent with this type of attack. Because Rania definitely has the length to do so.
Yeah, when we've seen her. I mean, we've seen her play in past years. We know what she's capable of doing. So that could be a turning point in this conference for Musa.
Musa did score 3 points in the previous outing. That was her first in this matchup. But man, what an answer that was from Mama P.
She takes it right back for CHERY.
Was there anything special that she did with this attack?
Well, everything she does is special.
I like that answer.
That's why she's a multi-awarded player.
21-14. Tawi naman si Justin Dorog.
But that's the way we keep saying, you know, we've seen bits and pieces of combination plays on the side of GERFLOR. When I say bits and pieces, I mean you have to go to that more because you have been successful. So try to, you know, outsmart the defenders.
15 serving 21. De Los Reyes scores.
First point of the game, instant offense for De Los Reyes.
There you see the CHERY TIGGO bench. The energy being provided by Pauline Gaston. Sam did report about that in the opening set as part of Pauline's goals to help out CHERY TIGGO. Bertolano off speed. Buding was late uncharacteristically.
Bertolano just playing it smart, off speed at the center.
You haven't seen many off speeds, no, from Lai so far.
We saw a drop, but that was red.
And she has shown us a lot of power so far. Musa, serve. Legacion to the quick. That was De Los Reyes. Fen reads and sets. Arce's turn, and she scores.
Now you see what Fen Emnas brings to GERFLOR also. You know, she's just taking advantage. She saw that. Look, it's a one-on-one and just that right angle.
Look at the celebration from Ethan Arce. Pure happiness. They're gonna need to score more, down by 5. Emnas with a smile on that read. Ball deflected, put up by Legacion. And here's EJ, nice attack.
Hitting it off the blockers. I like what you said, you know, the smile of Emnas, because it's like she's telling Legacion, that's all you got?
And it's setter versus setter at that, as EJ gives us another good read. Time up for GERFLOR.
Ay, alam mo yun, pag halimbawa nandun ka sa loob, sabi ko, minamaximize yung oras.
Mag-run ka, ha? Run, ha? Tapos, sa likod ka. Okay. Kailangan makaside out tayo para makahabot tayo ng konti. Ha?
Let's go! Kaya ka, kaya. Wait lang kita kasi gilid. Go, through! GERFLOR! Further! Go! Sarap. Let's go!
23-17 now, it's a 6-point lead. This is relatively a large lead already. The biggest lead was 7 for CHERY TIGGO in set number 2. Jaisel serving. First ball, Justin Dorog. And Nas to Bertolano. Set back by Karandang.
Chance.
Legacion, back to Zach. And that's a point.
Great set there by Legacion, seeing that the defense of GERFLOR is not yet well established. Look at this, not the perfect play, but they still get the point.
Karandang. Kinilangan niyang saluhin si Papa P on that celebration. But you have to be happy for Za. She's been playing very well in the past couple of conferences for CHERY TIGGO, as we get to see a service error from Jaisel de los Reyes.
Remember that streak when she started making a name for herself? Everyone's like, Zakarandang, Zakarandang. And then it became normal,
Yes.
Zakarandang.
Boy, what a streak that was. 18-24. Service for Shannon Palek. Legacion, back to Za. Nice read. And the stare down from Lai Bertolano.
That's a one-on-one. Great anticipation on the side of the rookie.
A lot of swag right there from the blonde against the redhead.
Yeah. Battle of the hairs.
Halos same length pa sila, no?
Uh-oh. Yeah, yeah.
19 serving 24. GERFLOR trying to stay alive here in set number 2. Ivy Perez will be serving. Is she the tallest setter that we have?
Right now,
She taller than Dina?
it seems like it.
Seems like it, no?
Oh.
Perez, that's in, misreceived. Nice serve.
Well, they're still in the second set. They're just now down by 4.
This is very manageable for Ivy Perez and company. But she's gonna have to stay at the service line. And a timeout here, this time from CHERY TIGGO.
Sugal. Za, bawiin mo.
Yes.
Anong gusto mong palo?
Running.
Lamang ka dyan, ha? Gusto mong running? Maiksi lang, tapos kabigin mo dun sa zone 1 na walang pihit masyado. Let's go, Za!
Let's go, everyone! Let's go, guys.
Cherry!
How about the confidence of the whole CHERY TIGGO team for Zakarandang in that huddle?
I think it feels more like they couldn't take it that she was blocked by a rookie. It's like, pawe ka.
Parang sense of pride there,
Oh,
no?
a sense of pride. Which set do you like?
Let's see how they will execute here. Again, watch out for Zakarandang. But they're gonna have to receive first. It's a serve by Ivy Perez. Legacion to Za on the slide. There it is.
Perfectly designed play by Coach Aaron.
Nice. Beautifully executed, as you mentioned, perfectly designed. Only one option that time around for Ange Legacion, and that's all they needed to win set number 2. New streaming experiences also await via the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. As you can see, CHERY TIGGO has dominated this matchup, especially in the latter part of the sets, because GERFLOR tends to start well and then biglang magta-turn around.
Yeah, I mean, what you like about CHERY is, yeah, I mean, they'll allow GERFLOR to play their game, but then again, the in-game adjustments is what we see. Again, what they do is they play a faster game. And when they do that, blocking, we saw 3 blocks in the first set, and then the second set, I'm actually curious to see, but we did see one by Eliza Bertolano. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same script as the first set. Yeah, when you look at the numbers in terms of attacks, still favors CHERY TIGGO. 25-20. I'm sorry, 12 apiece. The blocking this time on the side of CHERY, we saw that Mylene Pat, couple of blocks, and 1 for GERFLOR. That's what happened. They couldn't defend properly at the net. Aces the same, and GERFLOR 9 errors. Those are huge numbers. If you lost against CHERY, and then in the second set you commit 9 errors, it's one thing you obviously have to correct.
They did have 16 errors itong GERFLOR against Creamline, and remember in the first set we only saw 5 errors
5
each.
apiece, yeah.
So halos dumoble yan para sa GERFLOR. Now you did mention the thing about playing faster. Can you please break it down for us in simpler terms, especially for new viewers out there? How do you actually play faster?
Shoot sets, lower receptions. You don't give the high sets to the wings. You see, you use or you utilize the middles more. It's your brand of play, not making it the basic na hit it to the opposite, hit into the outside that are high. You set lower sets so as to increase the pace of the game.
There you have it. Thank you, Noreen, for indulging me.
You're welcome.
Set number 3, beginning now inside the Field Sports Arena. This is Mix Gomez, by the way, with Noreen Go and Sam Corrales for your PVL Thursday, at least for the first game, because we do have 4 games today. Let's see if GERFLOR will again start strong. Cés Robles is now in the game. Only limited minutes for her. And she was checked in the previous sequence.
She was, but we have to mention coverage of CHERY just caught watching that ball touch the ground.
And when you talk about coverage, does it necessarily pertain to the libero or everybody?
Everybody, because you can't really predict where the ball will go after it hits the blocker's hand. So everybody has to be ready. It might not, like if we're beside each other, could land closer to you. It could be closer to me, right?
So it's still just basically nearest to the ball.
Nearest to the ball.
1-all to start set number 3. Emnas pushed there by Bertolano on her career game so far in the PVL. And she scores as now we turn you over to Sam Corrales.
Migs and Noreen, almost all players already saw action for the CHERY TIGGO crossovers, and it looks like Coach A is really putting in, a lot of playing time for his players. Now, you guys also mentioned that you were looking for Ea Laure in that last set, so I wanted to give an update at courtside that she's okay, nothing to be worried about. She's just, staying ready anytime. Binibigyan lang daw ng playing time yung ibang players. She's doing some band work on the side. And if you remember in their last game, Ea came in as a different position in their 5th set. She was an opposite spiker, and she said that she had that trust and confidence to take on this new role from her teammates, especially her sister, EJ Laure, who has been playing already so well for her team. So let's see if they can seal the deal and if teamwork is the name of the game for CHERY. Now let's go back to this match, which you can watch on Pilipinas Live. Download and subscribe for as low as 99 pesos per month. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. And thank you for indulging us as well. We're very concerned about Ea Laure, who is okay, giving us a thumbs up right now. Well, na-mention din ni Sam si EJ Laure. She has 7 points as the second leading scorer behind Mylene Paat. And in terms of transitioning as an opposite, that was the original position of Ea before, back in the day. And with the loss of Mylene because of cramps, who just scored again. With the loss of her in their previous outings, 4th and 5th set, no? She had to be the one to do opposite.
Yeah. Of course, you embrace whatever role's given to you at a certain, situation, really. But again, let's go back. I'm looking at the 6 right now of Cherry, and a different 6 with Robles now starting. So now they do have the luxury.
Paat scores again. And literally everybody has played except for Jen Yerba.
Yeah, with a constant. The constant is Mylene Paat. She's been playing the entire match.
Mylene now has 11 points, but there's going to be a challenge here. So she had 11 points prior to that attack. All challenges have come from the side of GERFLOR in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, but because it's pretty straightforward for Cherry, not much questionable calls, so they don't have to actually use their challenges.
There also wasn't a moment wherein they had the violent reaction.
Yeah.
So, makes total sense.
And sometimes, coaches use that as tactic, as strategy to, to actually either ice the server, stop the rally. But if you're the official, I feel if you're the official, if there's very little challenges, you should be happy with your officiating that particular game.
Now, if I may go back to the rotation of CHERY TIGGO, now I can't help but to ask Sam. Sam, is there any way that you can find out if there's an issue with Jen Yerba? Because she still hasn't played. As you take a look at our challenge or the net touch.
Net touch.
There's no net touch. The challenge is unsuccessful. Now, Nierva has been bothered by a knee injury. I talked to her before this game, and she's only at 80% conditioning. And na-mention nga niya na medyo nabugbog yung tuhod niya because of all the dives. She actually needs to wear thicker pads now. So let's see if that's an issue for today. As Mylene Paat attacks.
I think that could be because obviously Coach Aaron wants to play everyone for him not to field in a very talented libero in Jen Nierva. There must be a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these ladies just played the 5-setter against Akari. So let's just hope that they can stay healthy.
Because also it's such a short conference, so you want these players to get some action.
Especially if they would make the semifinals. Attack here for Justin Dorog. And that's a block point for Pauline Gaston.
Again, what she lacks in height, she makes up in quickness. Look at that.
And that was just actually a break for CHERY TIGGO because GERFLOR again had a hold at the middle of their defense. Emnas with a quick. That was by Rania Musa. Chance ball here for GERFLOR. Fen back to Rania, and she's read well. That is block point number 5 for Mylene Paat.
Yeah, that set was actually pretty low for her comfort. Talking about Musa. Look at this. So her path, not much choices, and yeah, she ran into Mylene Paat.
Paat has 13 points, 5 coming from the blocking department. Nice read by Ange. Kunyada setting things up for Mylene, but that was way out.
She knew that. No complaint.
She's pointing at her arm.
It's the contact with the ball. It didn't hit her palm, it hit like
her
the
arm?
wrist. No, the arm part is a joke already.
Okay, masyadong malayo
As
na
if
yun
I
eh.
know their conversation. That's my interpretation.
But it makes sense there as Pauline Gaston scores from the middle. And that will send us to the first technical timeout of set number 3. Come and watch the best basketball players in the globe and cheer them on live inside the venues. The FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 single game pass is now available for as low as 499 pesos. Get your tickets at SM Tickets, Ticketnet, or Philippines-ticketing.worldcup.basketball. And make sure that you won't miss out on the international caliber of play that is coming to the Philippines. Basketball naman, after just witnessing VNL last week. And if I may take this time again to ask you, Noreen, you covered the VNL, right?
Yes.
How do you think our Philippine volleyball teams have adapted, especially in terms of having watched the VNL already?
You mean adapt? Adapt as in... Because your question is kind of vague.
you think may mga plays na nakuha sa VNL or the way they play?
You see more of the adaptation with the men's game, with the men's team. Yeah, but the women's, I wouldn't say that you see it right now, VNL, because you have to mention it's a global level. It's a different level altogether. So they could be trying to emulate some of the players, but in terms of the entire team brand of volleyball or game, I think more of them you'll see the men's try to adapt to the foreign players or teams.
And that just makes us excited for the Spikers turf.
Spikers turf, exactly.
Right now, it's the PVL. Battle at the net, back and forth. The ball has gone. Mylene Baat, she's the one who has been baiting on CHERY TIGGO.
She has been. And what you like is because great distribution on the side of CHERY. Everybody's getting a touch. Mylene Baat, whenever she gets a touch, it's more strategic what she does. She wants to be the one, okay, long rally, I'll give it to me, I'm going to end it. I mean, we've seen a lot of that in today's game.
And so, sorry for Amy Hernandez, who started this game very well. She was on pace to become best player, but Mylene has really dominated. Push by Ange. And Nas missed time there with Rania Musa. Another chance. Ooh, strong hit, and what a dig by Buding. Chance ball, miscue. And Nas looks and sets. Musa, no more recovery for CHERY TIGGO as we go back to Sam Corrales.
Migs, you asked me a question earlier asking where Jen Yerva is because most of, CHERY TIGGO's squad have already seen action. Well, it's a coach's decision for today. That's what I got from the coaching staff just a few moments ago. And I want to go back to one of my reports and conversations with Coach A, at the start of this invitational conference. Sabi niya, coming in, it was 50-50. His rookies are expected to bring energy and confidence. But he said that he is rehabbing some players and does not want to push them too much, knowing that they're coming from a UAAP season. So that's what I got from their first game. Now back to you, Migs and Marine.
There you go. That's why we have a courtside reporter. Thank you so much, Sam Corrales. You basically answered all of our questions. And so there's a bit of a load management happening here for CHERY TIGGO. Especially knowing the fact that you have a chance to reach the semifinals, you can contend. You want your players to be healthy.
And this is, like I said earlier in the pregame, this is the start of the rest of their lives, especially the rookies. So,
I like that. I like that, by the way.
It is, but it is when you think about it because you're done with university, so you're no longer either Adamson or FEU, right? You're part of your team. So it's up to also the coaching staff to take care of you. So if they decide to bench you, there must be a reason.
There's a challenge on the foot fault. And there doesn't seem to be a foot fault here. Coach Kung Fu is really animated, reacting to it. Same goes for EJ Laure. It's an unsuccessful challenge for the first challenge of Coach Aaron Velez today. It's okay. We're still up by 2.
The coaching staff enjoying themselves.
They have earned this. And Legacion, Cesc Robles.
Come on.
A monstrous hit, but it's kept alive. Mylene, Ange, Pauline, put up by GERFLOR. That's Bertolano on the attack. Legacion, Gaston. Boy, their names are rhyming. And the attack was long for GERFLOR.
Yeah, we saw it. The angle was a long angle.
That's Marianne Esguerra, former Army, right?
Yes. See, how can you say they're not a tall team? You have Esguerra, Navarro, right? Who are the tall ones? Marzan, Musa,
Yeah, Marzan
right.
started. That's right. Esguerra seems to be the tallest now.
Yeah.
He's taller than Navarro. Hit by Bertolano. This time sailed wide.
You know, that hitting error, actually you have to credit Buding Duremdes because she's been going for those angles, you know. Normally, probably in her UP days, or sorry,
FEU days.
Bertolano?
Bertolano.
Meaning, probably in her UP days, automatic point. But here, Buding Duremdes is just, okay, digging it. So she had to put some extra angle. That's why it went out.
So it's not just digging and receiving for liberos. Positioning already makes a lot of difference.
Yes.
Pauline Gaston now gives us a service ace. You've been mentioning her services all morning long. They have a timeout.
Ibig sabihin, kung narito siya, narito ka, medyo may problema na tayo ron. Ito ka. Ha? Sa dulo-dulo kayo,
Kaya
diba?
tago, expect the ball na lang. Isa-isa tayo.
Narito ka, napatay tayo doon.
Let's go, let's go! Let's go lang, bawal! One pass! Nakapasok mo? Eh, Gerflor! Defenders! Nakapasok mo lang?
Pasok mo lang, diba? Pakicheck.
Dapat si Dai na
Yes.
How about the level of communication in that huddle? Because you will not only hear one voice in Coach Edgar. Seems like a lot of players were talking amongst each other.
Well, you know, these coaches also, they have their different styles. But a lot of times, these coaches want to hear the players actually talk amongst themselves. Because they're the one
Jerry nga,
inside
diba?
the court.
Isn't that Coach Jerry's style? Hayaan mo mag-usap yung mga players mo.
One-liner, and then that's it.
Oo. 12-8. Pauline Gaston. She only has one ace, but her services overall have been very impressive, as mentioned by Noreen.
Yeah.
Emnas to Esguerra. Redwell. This time to the open. That was tight. Another chance. Free ball. Ange to the quick. Just enough height from Zakaranda.
That's just a smart drop there. She knew that she wasn't in the prime, you know, she didn't have prime position to hit that. Just look at this. Okay, I know where to put it.
Nice play by Zakarandang, who got a pat on the head from Mylene Paat. Service, Pauline. What has she been doing with her services?
She's been putting it in, and whether or not she gets an ace, it's more of, it's a tough serve. It's not an easy serve, and that challenges the floor defense of Gerflor. Obviously, she has been successful because she's still serving.
But why is it tough? Is it sharp?
It's a floater.
A floater.
In Tagalog, they'll say it's cargado.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when it's a floater, nag-iiba siya ng direksyon, di ba?
Yeah.
Get to see a point here from the tallest player of Gerflor on the Taraflex right now. It's Anis Guerra.
Oh, there you go.
Jen Yerba is finally on the floor.
Had enough rest already.
Well, we are in the third set, and Cherry Tiggo's up by 5. Zakarandang on the slide. The celebration. Mylene Pat gets to be really happy, no?
Yeah.
Even more happy. That's wrong. Even happier.
Happier.
Yeah, yun ang tamang grammar. When Zakarandang scores.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you see that they're close-knit, their family, that they felt so bad when she got blocked by Bertolano.
Oh, yes. And she got the finisher for set number 2. Karandang, Legacion, Mylene, Redwell. Oh, this hit from Cunyaga.
A bit tentative there, obviously. If you know, for players, you shouldn't overthink things. I always say, you think I can do this, I can do that. By the time you hit the ball, you can't actually put the ball in. So you have to be firm with what the decision you make.
Karandang very firm in that decision. Unfortunately, the ball sailed wide.
You like, yeah, you're right. You like the encouragement given by the rest of the team, especially, you said it, Mylene Pat.
The lead is 4. Bertolano with a jump serve. That's nice.
Hey! A serve.
Your thoughts about her jump serve?
I love the form. Seriously. She was part of the opening billboard on the UAAP. I think in season 85, they showcased her form in jump serve. I mean, it was really nice to see. Hey,
There's a violation here.
miss set there by Legacion. Hey, and we gotta say, GERFLOR's back in this match, is down by 2.
Let's see if they can sustain this momentum. It's usually the latter part of the set that has belonged to CHERY TIGGO. Strong serve. With the help of the net, there's the attack by Paat. Legacion this time to the middle. Scramble. No more recovery. And that will send us to the second technical timeout of set number 3.
Hi PVL fans, which young player has been having a great conference for their team so far? Tweet na!
Okay, so that was our hashtag PVL Asks question from Dina Wong, as you get to see joining Kagande. Playing with our camera. Which young player has been having a great conference for her team so far? Joining Kagande has 7 excellent sets in today's matchup, but she's now resting. It's their veteran setter, Ange Legacion, with playing time. Lai Bertolano is in double figures for GERFLOR. Now, if we may twist the question a bit, because your answer was Ea Laure in the pregame. How about in this game? Which new player or rookie has impressed you?
Well, you did look at the numbers. Obviously, the numbers don't lie. Eliza Bertolano from 5 points in the first outing, now with 12. But we have to mention Ea Laure, players like Ea Laure, Aimee Hernandez, they only played in the first set. So it's hard to compare things if they're not apples to apples.
Let's just be happy for Lai Bertolano for showing up today.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about her in pregame, so we knew what she's capable of doing, and she's showing it to us in today's game.
Now the question is, can Lai deliver in the clutch? Because now we're facing a 3-point deficit. And CHERY TIGGO has been finishing well in the past couple of sets. Zakarandang will now serve.
Good pass. Good pass.
And again, it's a reception of Bertolano.
Yes. No stranger to being targeted by these serves, and she delivers once again.
47% excellent receptions for Bertolano in the previous outing, no? Very high. Now we're asking for her numbers today. 17 to 15. GERFLOR still in this. They only need a mini run. All right, we have the numbers of Bertolano.
60% in terms of reception. So
it's
wow.
better.
Even better, yeah. She even improved on that, on the 47%.
Great showing for Lai Bertolano. Same goes for Mama P.
Typical.
You're not even surprised anymore.
What a set by Legacion there. We saw a back set.
You know that game versus Creamline, that was close in the first 2 sets for Cherry Tigggo and Creamline. You think that was a statement game as well for Cherry Tigggo in terms of showing the PVL community how strong they are?
Statement, could be. Yeah, I think I like what you said, that they're showing what they can do. But what matters really is getting the wins for me, because only 2 teams will be going to the next round. So it doesn't matter. For a team, as long as you don't get to the next round, you're as good as your last game.
Right. And in terms of those types of formats, no, as you get to see service ace from Mylene Paat, virtually if you lose 1 game, everything's a must-win for you.
Yeah.
So Mylene Paat will look forward to their last matchup, no, against PLDT in their next game.
This is their 3rd game, right? No, Cherry?
Yeah, so PLDT will be their last.
1 more.
Cunyada. Defense was there. That's close to the net for Dorog. Ball kept alive here. Chance for Cherry. Cunyada again. This time it's outside.
Yeah, miss hit there. We saw that the follow through.
Cunyada.
Is she a rookie? Question.
We're gonna have to check that. In my eyes, she's a rookie.
Yeah, me also.
De Los Reyes. Nice sharp hit. And again, it's the defense at the middle for GERFLOR that was the problem for them. I like that you're scrolling through the player profiles.
Scrolling, but it's not updated.
Oh,
I see Jasmine Amor in the Cherry Tigggo lineup, not updated.
that was fun seeing you gloss through our clear book. You see a check ball here for GERFLOR.
Well, for GERFLOR, it is the 3rd set. If you lose this, it's done. But it's how you end it. If you go on to lose it, we always say at least try to go out in style. So
Right.
make Cherry earn their last 4 points.
And they still have 2 more games. That's versus PLDT and Akari. Might as well build some momentum for yourselves. Bertolano has been playing very well.
Oh, good save.
Chance here for GERFLOR. Perez back to the open. This time the tip. Good effort by Robles. On the off speed, Robles. Scramble. Chance ball. Ange will go to De Los Reyes, and that's a point for Jaisal.
That's just a smart set once again by Legacion. Changing things up, going to De Los Reyes. Her birthday? Whose birthday is it?
Bukas daw. I love the fact that these Cherry Tigggo crossovers are able to communicate with us. Well, Pauline Gaston is a commentator herself, so
Yeah.
she knows how things go here at the side. But whose birthday is it?
I have no idea. But it was Legacion who got the point, so is it hers? I'm sorry, it was De Los Reyes
Yeah,
who got
Jaisal.
that point.
Oh, walang birthday dito sa ating clear book. So it's either Jaisal De Los Reyes or Ange Legacion. All right, so we got confirmation from Coach Kung Fu Reyes that it is Jaisal De Los Reyes who will celebrate her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to Jaisal.
And her birthday gift could be this challenge that it's a net touch, that she did touch the net. Oh, it's actually against GERFLOR?
Yeah. There's a net touch. And so the point will
Remain.
definitely go to Cherry Tigggo.
But they did score the point, right? They did
That's
score
what
the
I also
point. That's
thought.
why there were birthday songs and greetings.
Okay, so we go back to the birthday girl, Jaisal De Los Reyes, who will serve now for Cherry Tigggo. Now I'm also wondering if they're gonna give the last sets to her to finish this matchup.
But isn't she the one serving?
Yeah.
She's the one serving.
You're gonna have to attack from the back kung kaya man niya yun.
Kaya na yan.
Bertolano, nice hit. Short of that.
That's the way to go. That is her strength, really, going cross-court. But in the first 2 sets, she really, Buding Durandez just read all her cross-court this time, yeah.
But Buding wasn't there.
Exactly.
She could not save it because she's at the baseline right now, stretching out, smiling. Always very animated as well.
Oh, yeah.
18. Serving 22. Fen Emnas. Receive for Jen Yerba. There's Cesc Robles. Nice approach.
I mean, explosive approach, explosive finish. That's what Cesc Robles brings to the table. Look at that.
She's a finals MVP, right?
Yeah.
In the UAAP.
So,
We have a timeout for GERFLOR.
Laban ninyo. Isipin nyo nag-iisahin lang kayo, okay lang yan, walang problema. Baka makahabol pa tayo.
Yes!
Okay? Sipag sa black.
Baka habulin natin guys ha? Oo, tsagain mo. Let's go girls! Let's go! Let's go! Gerflor! Cover!
Well, you have to love that from Coach Edgar Baroga, just taking off the pressure from his players as they try to shoot for the stars in the last sequences of this set.
well, coaches are pretty much realistic, so to speak. So looking at the score, looking at who your opponents are, you just have to keep encouraging.
Yeah.
But not tell them to shoot for the stars.
What's the biggest comeback that you've ever witnessed?
I remember a game, Philippine Army, they were down huge lead, and then Dalia Cruz, for the fans of Army, Dalia Cruz just came off the bench, and then she just changed the entire game. They actually won the set. I remember that, but that's years and years ago. Dalia Cruz isn't even playing anymore.
Let's not go any further with that conversation as you get to see a carry block to end the game for Cherry Tigggo, and Marlene Paat again celebrates with Zafarandam. So Cherry will get its second victory of our Invitational Conference.
And you like the way they did it. You know, Coach Aaron used everybody in the roster. Everybody got a chance to contribute to this win, which is huge for them because they're still in the hunt for the next round.
It's one last team ahead of them, the PLDT high-speed hitters for the Cherry Tigggo crossovers. Now, relive this game and all PVL games and stories anytime, anywhere on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for as low as 99 pesos per month. A 3-set victory for the Cherry Tigggo crossovers. Everyone was able to play for them. We'll be back to wrap this one up. We're back inside the Field Sports Arena to wrap up this matchup between Cherry Tigggo and GERFLOR. You see, it's a straight set win for Cherry Tigggo. Now we go to our courtside reporter, Sam Corrales.
We now have our best player of the game. We have Mylene Paat scoring 15 points and attacks, 4 blocks, 1 ace. Mylene, what a great start to your morning. Good morning talaga. Congratulations on this straight set win. Unang-una, lahat ng players naglaro for Cherry Tigggo ngayon. What does that say about your teamwork and trust dito sa squad na to?
Actually, kailangan talaga namin ng chemistry sa loob ng court. And yun din naman yung laging sinasabi ng coaches namin. Kaya pinasok din yung karamihan sa amin. And para magkaroon din kami ng gelling. Kasi yung connection, yun nga ika nga na parang kulang pa kami sa connection. So kailangan namin mag-connect para sa mga susunod pa pong game namin.
Balikan natin ang unang set. Slow start kayo, nakuha ng GERFLOR yung momentum. Pero paano ninyo nabawi and there was no looking back? Tinapos niyo in 3 sets.
Actually, medyo sabaw pa yung bawat isa eh. Kasi nga, morning eh. Good morning talaga. So, slow start kami. At, pero at the end of the set naman, nakabawi kami and nakapag-compose pa rin kami. Lumabas pa rin yung composure ng bawat isa.
And of course, good morning talaga, because joining us now, we have a special guest. We have your fiancé. We've got Sergey Rezanov with us here. So, first of all, Sergey, what was it like watching Mylene? Do you have any message for her this morning?
It's been a great game. She's looking for everyone and for her new players, her experience, and she's so supportive for everyone in her team, and it will be great game. I so like it.
He so likes it. There you have it. Our best player of the game, Mylene Paat. Do you have any message to all of the fans who came out to support your squad?
Ayan, binabati po ko yung family ko, Paat family, Zero family, and yung Rizano family, yung family niya po nanonood sa Kazakhstan. And of course, si Ma'am Ada, Sir Romel, kay Trina Karandang family, and ayan si Kilo, tsaka si Alexandria, congratulations po sa award na nakuha nila. And andito po si Ken and si Ate Len. Ayan, thank you so much po. At sa lahat po ng mga sumusuporta sa Cherry Tigggo Crossover team. Thank you so much, guys!
Congratulations once again, our best player of the game, Mylene Paat. Back to you.
Wow, what a good morning for Mylene Paat and the rest of the Cherry Tigggo crossovers. A straight set victory, an interview with her fiancé. Ito si Sergey Reginald. That was nicely done by Sam Corrales, by the way. But now we have to break down the match now. Noreen, if we may first talk about GERFLOR, what positive things were able to see from them in this outing?
We did mention the first set, second set, and we failed to mention the third set, but it was entertaining. Although they did lose in straight sets, they have to be proud with the way they played. Great defense. We saw bright spots, Alay Bertolano, even Justin Doro. A lot of bright spots for GERFLOR, things that they can improve on. So you're just excited for their future games. But what about Cherry? I mean, everyone got to play, and everybody just got to celebrate this win.
Lai Bertolano scored 50 points to lead the way for GERFLOR. Justin Dorog had 7. Justin Navarro had 5. On the other end, Mylene Paat got 4 blocks, 15 points for Mama B. And a couple of scorers across the board. Amy Hernandez with 6, EJ Laure with 7, Zach Karandang with 7, and Pauline Gaston with 7 as well.
Yeah, and those are the numbers that added up to the attacks of both teams. Cherry Tigggo with 42, 32 for GERFLOR. One thing, obviously, they want to improve on blocking. Talked about 7 blocks, 4 belonging to Mylene Paat. But pretty good for GERFLOR. That's 5 blocks, so another strength they want to work on. Aces, Cherry Tigggo 5. So everything actually, obviously, favored Cherry Tigggo in this match. They even had less air. So if that is the case, and you see the stats say those numbers, obviously Cherry Tigggo winning in straight sets.
It wasn't a bad 3-setter. It was very entertaining for us. Big kudos to GERFLOR and congratulations to Cherry Tigggo. Thank you for joining us in behalf of Sam Corrales and Noreen Go. My name is Nick Flores, and stay tuned for more of your Premier Volleyball League.
gusto ko bang mas maging better kung ano man yung naipakita ko last conference. Paano ka ba hindi mamotivate tulad niya na may bago ka pang mga skill na gusto kong matutunan? Hindi man ako nagtitraining para magkaroon ng award. Nagtitraining ako para manalo kami ng championship.